Hey everyone, welcome to this week's show. With me this week we have my farm team and Caucasaurus holder, Kyle.
Good evening.
And as usual, we got Corey, GM of RoboWolf.
What's going on?
Boys, an exciting day. Game seven
A's are
tonight.
going to game seven.
Game seven tonight. I myself am prepped. I'm going to watch the game there tonight. I called in sick for this. I know none of my bosses will see, and even if they did, fuck it. I have sick days. I've used one all year, so fuck them.
So wait, you're going to the game?
No, I'm going out to watch the
Oh,
game. I
okay. 'Cause
called.
I'm gonna say, how the fuck did you get tickets?
No, I called in sick to. It's a paid sick day to go watch the game.
Um, I'm probably gonna watch this with a garbage bag under my seat because I there's a chance I shit myself.
It's gonna be a good game. But it's exciting time. But also ex just as exciting, week two finished, and we have some interesting results here. So let's jump right in. Go into this here. Team Ramrod versus Captain Crunch. Domo taking the loss as I knew he would the whole time. The score looks close, but it wasn't really that close. But I'll get to that when I talk about it. Kyle, well, what did you think happened here? What happened here?
Honestly, I was just about to say like the score looks a lot closer than it actually was. Because like the categories you won pretty handily. Um, I mean, credit's given where credit's due. Domo's team did show up in a lot of categories, but there really wasn't a fight in the categories you won.
No. Corey, what you got to say about it?
Yeah, some of the categories you won definitely were bigger, and there's some tight categories that he won, but he could have stuck away with the tie here, a short-handed point, a goalie win. There were like it was really close. I
There were
wouldn't
no
say,
goalies going into Sunday. That's it.
yeah. I'm not saying he had a chance Sunday, but it was a really close 7-6 week. I think we all expected it to be a little bit bigger. Um, but his goalies did better for him than his players, I'd say.
Well,
And
he got a good matchup on Saturday. He got San Jose versus Pittsburgh, so both his goalies were in that game, and Yari got him a shutout.
nice.
So that's the only reason it was actually close.
Yep.
'Cause I was up 10-2 going into that day.
Yeah, every time I looked, I didn't think it was that close.
No, but I was a little disappointed because Hellebuck lost a shutout with a minute left in the third on Saturday.
Oh, geez.
So if
Well,
I
he didn't
don't
need
think
it at least.
no, and going into Saturday or Sunday, I was up 8-5, and I was doing the math because he was making trades for guys, and I'm doing the math like there's nothing you can catch me in except hits, which if you do that 7-6, like the math isn't mathing unless you pray for a short-handed point or that your guys go off and get 10 blocks and my guys get zero.
Yeah.
Like he was just grasping at straws. I mean, it didn't cost him much. It cost him a 17 for an 18, so it's not a huge thing, but I'm like it
The
was over
start.
in my
It's the start.
yeah. It's just to me it was just it was already over. My team had already secured the win. I was not worried. I didn't even use my last pickup. I didn't need to.
Yeah.
Jager bombs. I was surprised. The 1-1 now after defeating the Shifley Tower, who's also 1-1. Um, I did not see this result coming, but you know what? You can't disrespect Braden's team too much. He did really well last year. He just had a poor showing in week one. But I just expected Derek's team to be the better team this week. Kyle, what happened here?
I mean, the scores were, they were really tight. They were tighter than Alabama siblings. So, like it was really really close. A lot of the categories could have really gone any way. Somebody has a player or two pop off that could have really gone and could really change anything. But the goalies are where Braden's team really took it. You know,
I don't even know
so
who had a good week for him. Did Ottinger have a good week?
Yeah. Now Gibson two wins for
Oh,
him.
Gibson. Yeah, okay.
He had a solid win, and Ottinger getting one more goalie win for him. So he got three goalie stats of the five.
Yeah.
But 1 goal, 2 assists more, 2 power play points, 7 PIMs more, tied in shorties and game-winning goals. So it could have been close, but yeah, good win from Braden here.
You know that burns Derek when Gibson, the Detroit goalie, is what beats him. I thought
Yeah,
it was
his
weird.
goalies did not show up, so
I thought it was weird though that they went with Gibson because Gibson had a terrible start to the year and they were starting Talbot and Talbot was playing really well.
really well.
And now they're just kind of reverting back to Gibson. Like it's it's good that both goalies are playing well, or is it just a sign that Detroit's actually getting better and starting to click? I guess I guess we'll see long term here over the next few weeks. So
Well, I heard rumors too that Edmonton was looking at Talbot as a potential goalie.
oh, that's such a bad choice.
Hey, I know I'm not saying it's not
Did
a
they already
bad
have Talbot
choice,
at one time?
They
Did they have
did.
Talbot at one point?
He did not
Like
work
when
for
he was
them.
young?
but I think Gibson wants to be the starter, right? And has always been, and I think
Of
it
course
would
he
be
does.
hard for them to not give him a fair amount of starts.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Fair.
gonna be a 50-50 all season. Detroit has such a goalie carousel, you can't afford to move one and risk that the other one, especially Gibson, risk that he gets hurt.
It's been a carousel for years. You're right. Huso started it all.
I mean, it's been worse for before that, but
Yeah,
Dull tried the beef 2-0 after beating Fetch me a drink. Kyle, what happened here?
Um, Honestly, it was Daltrey's goalies did him no help. They might as well just not have showed up. He might as well just have sacrificed that entire category. But luckily, his goalies were useless, his skaters showed up. So that's pretty much what got him the wins. Just thank God for skaters.
What do you think,
yeah,
Corey?
yeah. Dan's goalies took 3 of the 5 stats. Daltrey's none. Talbot, the other goalie, was one of those goalies, did pretty well. But Daltrey squeezed out a win here. He did have 20 goals, 4 game-winning goals, so that was pretty substantial. But +5, he won by 2 PIMs, 2 power play points, 4 shots, but 92 hits. A lot of grind on Daltrey's team. Dan was 73, which is not a bad number either. Daltrey's players showed up and carried him to a win. Nice to see.
Yeah,
This was a 1-0 battle, right? Going into it.
yeah, they were both 1-0. Yeah, so created a little separation in the standings early on. I like it.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know what to think of Dolce's team overall, but I do think it's good. But I'm more worried about the GM. So we'll see what happens as the weeks go on.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. I think it's a tough matchup for Dan because I find his big point scorer is McCarr, and when the other guy has McKinnon, like you're piggybacking off each other's points. Um, so
They're both producing
they're
regardless.
both producing, but it's
Yeah.
like you're not getting an advantage, right? When they're both
Yeah.
getting on each other's points. So, and if that's your big player, and your opponent has the other one, that's it's always tough to overcome it.
Yeah, 10 goals difference, but yeah, Schmaltz was the big player for Daltrey last week. 3 goals, 4 assists.
He had a
I don't think you can't bank on that every single week, right?
he had a hat trick the other night. So,
Yeah.
um, forgot about Dre getting in the win column here. Defeated Neil. Handed Neil his second loss of the season. Kyle, what happened here?
I mean, neither one of them had like a spectacular week, like judged by the numbers. But I mean, as a guy whose team has yet to get a shorty in the 2 weeks, I'm a little jealous that he got 2 of them. Uh, but I mean, it was just he won the categories that the categories he did win, he won them well. So those it could have really gone any way. It was a really really close match.
We got
Yeah,
that.
it's funny. Neil had 1 goalie category with 3 wins, and then Nick with 0 wins took the other 3. I think that's pretty funny. A lot of close categories here, though. Neil winning by 1 goal, by 2 hits, 1 game-winning goal. Then Nick winning by 2 assists, tied in PIMs, winning by 1 power play point. So a lot like this could have went either way, except for shots. Shots was 113 to 65. So that was a landslide. Um, so I thought that was worth mentioning, but no, not enough shots to get him to win, unfortunately.
Yeah, I saw this matchup all week going back and forth, so it could have went really either way. I didn't know how it was going to end. I did like Neil taking the initiative and acquiring the only probable starter that was on the waiver wire on Saturday night.
Yeah,
Um, he's like, I'm not even sure if I want to use him, but he's like, I want to make sure that no one else can have him. So,
exactly. Yeah,
I'll be
right?
honest with you. I was thinking this one was going to be a tie
It,
again. So I was thinking Nick was going to get the double tie.
you
But
imagine start out the year 0-1 or 0-2, sorry.
yeah,
But big win for Dre, getting into the win column, jumping all the way to fourth because he's got that tie over all the other people.
yeah.
Undefeated still, undefeated. Hero 0-2-0 after losing the Patches, who's now 1-1. Kyle, what happened here?
again another really close match. I mean, like the score says it's really tight. But like there was a lot of categories that could have gone either way. Goals were tied. Uh, you were tied in power play points. Like any one of those really would have just tipped the favor for one way or another, right? So like again, really tight week.
I love those weeks, to be honest. Like when anything could happen on that Sunday, you're watching and you're like sweating, like, whew. Ain't that, Corey?
No, like their players had pretty solid weeks. Unfortunately, they matched up against each other, both 14 goals apiece. 2 game winners, like that would have beat me. But a loss for Mark. But yeah, tied in goals, tied in power play points, coming down to the wire, right? Anyone's week at this point. But next, wheezing it out. Nobody's hero here. Fuck you, Mark.
I don't understand his name Hero because like he's done nothing in the league in like 5 years. Uh, he did one thing the year he joined and then that's it. Like whose hero are you, buddy? You're a bottom feeder right now. Fucking name. I mean, it's better than dumpster fire, I guess, but like you're a little
Maybe he's
too
just talking.
optimistic with hero. Like,
Maybe he's just telling us what his favorite kind of sandwich is.
yeah.
Never know. You don't know what's going on with him.
Because that
I
makes more
do
sense.
I do love all the tight matchups. It just shows that no one's really selling, no one's trying to tank. Everyone's just trying to see where they fall into the league right now and competing, right? So, Shane's farm team is now 1-0-1 in fifth place after defeating what's his team name now? Hugh's your daddy. Casey changed his team name again. About time though with the Utah Wasatch, since we know that for a while now they've been the Mammoth. But Kyle, what happened here?
Again, carrying on the theme, it was a close week. It was a close week. My goalies came out clutch for me. Um, despite Thatcher Demko really trying to ruin it for me on Sunday. Going into the last 10 minutes of the third, up 4-1, lets in two really ugly ones. But again, really tight week. Um, it was a fun week. Stressful but fun.
Those are the best. Corey, what you got to say?
Yeah, Wedgwood carried the load for you there. 3 goalie wins, and then your Vancouver duo both with lower save percentages. You only beat him by .001 save percentage. The goals against that was close. Like Casey would have kicked so many people's asses in goalie stats with a shutout this week too. Um,
From
and his
Buffalo.
player, yeah, his players did not have a bad week either. 12 goals, 3 game-winning goals, plus 18, 62 hits. Like it's so unfortunate for him how it matched up. Kyle's goalies just slaughtered him.
And thank
And
God
his
for
players,
Vegas.
yeah, your players didn't do bad either with 13 goals and 26 assists, like plus 13, but it wasn't enough to get that stat. 13 to 14 power play points. Like you guys both had a week. Like, whew, yeah,
Love to see those matchups though. especially when I'm not involved. When those good weeks are going off. Big win though for you. Congratulations, buddy. I had faith in you. I picked you in the predictions, which we'll get to the prediction results after a couple more matchups here.
Yeah.
I had faith in the farm system. I just knew you were better than Casey.
We got you, boss.
Robo 1-1 in 11th place after losing to the Pollard Bears here. What happened here? Let's start with you, Corey, since it's your matchup.
Yeah, our goalies were pathetic. Um, but his did slightly better than mine with
If you were a
three
little
wins.
less pathetic.
Yeah, with an 835, and a 341 for him.
Fuck.
But he had two shorties and a game winner. Um, not a lot of close categories. I couldn't get a win. Like come Sunday, I could squeeze out a tie if I got a game winning goal from somebody. So if Truba or Vetrano got me an OT winner, it would have tied the week. But his guy got the OT winner and tied me in goals from it, so it separated the gap. This was right down to the wire, but no, his team came out well. Uh, Good week for him. Fucking sucks to be on this side, but at least it's early and I get a chance at redemption 15 weeks from now.
15. I'll see you then. Kyle, what do you think of this?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it could have been close, but like you said, the guy he took it in the literally came down to the wire, and then he just kind of beat you by a nose to cross the finish line. I'm gonna try and avenge you this week, but
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, he had plus 28 on the week, and 31 assists. Like his team really played well. Came and showed up. So
It's interesting to see how the schedule works, though, because like you said, Kyle, like you have Corey's opponent, so it seems like that's always the way. Like it just rotates through. Um,
mm, so
whoever
you'll have
play
Mark next week.
whoever plays me plays Nick the next week.
So same as last year.
Yeah. So I think last year I had whoever he played, so we were like reversed. But
Yeah, same.
because yeah, I noticed it because I played Neil week one. Nick has Neil. I played Domo. He has Domo this week. So I feel bad for those people who have to play us, but it's just what it is. Big win for Sean though, 2-0 with his shitty team. I still think they're shitty, but we'll see how it shapes up in about 8 weeks there, and see if Raquel is still worth that first round pick.
Yeah, Dylan Strom 8 points for him on the week.
That's a good week for Dylan.
2 goals, 6 assists. Uh, a bunch of people about Stone with 2 goals, 6 assists. There's another 8 points.
thankfully he's out
Everyone else,
for me. So thank God
yeah,
for
he
this week.
is.
Stone's out again.
Yeah.
Donato 3 goals, 2 assists.
Well,
So
he's the one who got the OT winner, right? Donato.
yeah. So I don't know if you're going to get that every week out of some of those guys, especially if they're hurt. But
Team Rocket, 1-1, sixth place after defeating China number 16. I love that he changed his name once week one was over. Went from 1 to 16.
I didn't even notice.
I noticed right away and I thought it was hilarious because the whole draft he just kept saying China number one, China number one. Now China number 16. Like bottom of the league where he belongs. Travis trash team. What happened here, Kyle?
I think we just start calling it the Travis bye week.
Ooh.
Because like, I mean, this wasn't close. I mean, okay, yes, goals were close, shorthanded points and game-winning goals. Yes, they were close, but those are stats that, like, if you get one, it's good. Every other stat, right? Like, pretty handily kicked his ass. Goaltending was much better for Team Rocket. Um, had 4 more assists, 3 more power play points. Like, yeah, Neil kicked Whitey's ass.
Kyle, it's Burge.
Oh, Burge. Why did I say Neil? Sorry, Burge. Sorry, Burge.
Corey, what do you think?
Yeah, Kyle's goalies taken 5 of the goalie categories, and then his players were still able to to win it alone with six categories of the zone. So yeah, unfortunate for no, not really unfortunate. Pretty good week for the whole league whenever Travis loses.
Feels right. Um,
Feels normal.
but Travis wasn't going to win. He didn't change his name to Ash Ketchum for the week, so he
Mm,
had no chance against Team Rocket.
it's true.
As for our results from our predictions last week, Corey went 4 out of 8, and I went 6 out of 8.
Ooh, kick my ass so far.
Where we went different, I went with Daltrey, and you went with Dan, and then I took Plums, and you took Casey.
I do it again.
I do it again.
So, I guess let's move on to the next section here. Let's talk about some trades. And there were some trades,
Oh fuck, I forgot
some
about that.
relevant trades to discuss here. So, um, right away here, I see one involving Robo Wolf. Robo Wolf picking up Nishkushkin, a sixth, which is Derek's sixth, and an eighth in exchange for Kempe, a 14, and a 15 with Domo. Corey, tell me about this since you were involved.
Yeah, this when you don't want to move a guy necessarily, you got to ask for a big price. Um, Kempe got a little bit older. I don't know if he'll be this consistent, so I was fine moving on with him as a keeper. A six and an eighth, and Shushkin, who went and had 2 goals the next game. Love to see it, by the way. Um, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. My focus here was to get a six, as we'll see. I had kind of plans to spend on it uh, if I acquired one, but yeah, I think this is a good trade for Domo. He has a better keeper, but that is a big price to pay for that, though.
I'll keep my comments until it's my turn here. Kyle, what you got?
Well, I mean, I don't dislike it for either one of you. To be honest with you, like you said, for Domo, it gives him a certifiable keeper. I mean, Kempe is pretty much Mr. Reliable. I mean, you can almost count on him to be at least like a almost 70-point player, at least for the last like 3 years, or But I don't know. I mean, I it always comes down to like if it's the price you're willing to pay and the price you're willing to sell for, right? And if both GMs agree to it, it's not to me, it's a good trade. I don't dislike it.
I dislike it. Not for you, Corey. Corey, you raped him. Like you lubed him up and just said Domo, like there's no stopping now. And uh I wouldn't even pay a sixth for Kempe personally, but a sixth and an eighth, that's a goalie price. And he paid that for Kempe, who's in my opinion, a borderline keeper on some teams, right? Uh, like a sixth and an eighth is way too much for Kempe, in my opinion. If it would have just been a six, I get that. Okay, you have to pay a little to get something. But you're throwing in like too high picks for a guy who has a history of just getting rid of dumping picks and cycling through them. Like, huh? I don't like it for Domo, and that's just my opinion. I think sixth and eighth is way too much for Kempe. I got Hellebuck for cheaper. Like to put that into consideration, right?
But
So
no, but that's a Sean fuck up.
no.
That's a Sean issue.
A six and a 10 for a goalie, like I think
I'm just
that's
playing.
kind of reasonable.
Yeah.
A six and an eight for Kempe is too much in my opinion. Like,
Well, the thing is, for
I agree.
Hellebuck, you got one of them their sweetheart deals. Because the thing is, like Hellebuck is arguably one of the what I think we can agree top five goalies, maybe even top three goalies in the NHL. Um, Realistically,
so
that
is
should
Kemper who went back. Kemper was a Vezina finalist last year.
yeah, but I mean Kemper's also like as reliable as my diet plans.
Well, if he has a good team in front of him, which he didn't really in Washington, when they moved on to LA, he's been fucking great.
Yep,
He needs a defense in front of him,
when
and
healthy.
Washington's not a defensive team.
Yeah, but by that logic, James Reimer then should be a Vezina candidate because he's good whenever a team that's a good in front of him. Like, and
He
let's be
doesn't
honest,
play
he's
enough.
James Reimer. I don't know. I don't hate the trade because like I said, sometimes
I
you
hate
you
it.
you gotta pay the high price to get what could be a top caliber keeper. To me, Kempe on a team that doesn't have keepers, and I speak on behalf as a team that doesn't really have a lot of good keepers. Well, has some keepers, but has some
But
holes in the keeper pool. Um, like I wouldn't have paid it, but I also don't have Domo's roster, so
yeah,
The thing is, I think he would have did better just to hold on to those picks and draft a Kempe with one of those picks, you know. But he somehow.
don't listen to him.
I don't like the trade. I think it's
Yeah.
too much. Even a six to me would have been too much. But I could see where you have to pay a little to get a guy away from a player, from a GM. But a six and an eight, that's way too much for Kempe. I'll die on that hill. Domo at it again though, picking up Sege, who's gonna put up as many points as Kempe for 15th.
Oh no,
He just won't put up the grind that Kempe will put up. That's all.
he won't put up.
Coronado and a 15th going to Dre for Sega and a 17th. What do you think of this one, Corey?
Uh, I think it's unnecessary. Um,
I mean, all his moves are
that's all.
unnecessary.
Yeah, it's a good price for a guy that you don't care about. Um, yeah, not much to really say to this one. Good on Nick to like. I go to look, and he doesn't even have Sega on his line on his team anymore. Oh no, he does. I would laugh so hard if he didn't.
He makes the moves for man games and
Yeah, but
and
like
then drops them.
Sega's stats have not been, unless you think he's going to turn it around. The motivation there.
His stats were good last year. His stats were solid. Like, he's like a middle six
21,
player now.
21 points last year.
He didn't play all season.
Yeah.
Kyle, what do you got to say?
I mean, they're it's a kind of a nothing trade, but I mean, at the same time, like good on Nick for winning it.
No, Nick will just pick up guys, and when he's done with them, he'll try and sell them for whatever he can get. I don't know if you saw, but there's like three guys on the block right now that you can have for 15th. He's just cycling through his picks. That's what he does. But people will buy. People will
Yeah.
buy because they're like, well, that saves me an ad drop. No,
Yeah,
not a bad strategy. Uh, I think it's a bad strategy for Dolan to keep spending all his picks because that's how he got himself into this mess. But you know, that's it. I wouldn't have picked up Sege, but I guess I don't need a player like Sege, and he actually improves Domo's team because Domo's team is not in a great shape right now. RoboWolf at it again, picking up a goalie. Binnington, a 10th and a 17th in exchange for Sergachev, a 6th and a 13th from Dull Try the Beef. What happened here, buddy?
Yeah, I got my goalie that I was using for that sixth. Um, I don't think I paid too much. A sixth and a 13th for 10th and 17th. And then Sergachev. Um, Not a great since moving to Utah, so I was okay with moving him there. So yeah, I was quite happy with this trade.
What do you think, Kyle?
I think it's a good trade all around. I mean, Daltrey got the price that he was looking for because I know he was shopping Bennington since the draft. Because I even kicked the tires a little bit on it. Um, but again, and Sergachev could easily turn it around because I mean you've seen him be a really good defenseman before, so unless he forgot how to be one, you know.
He puts up
Uh,
solid numbers, but he's not exceptional
Yeah.
numbers.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I mean like the draft capital going both ways is fair. I don't think it's a bad deal for anyone really.
I like the deal for Corey a lot. He got a starting goalie for cheaper than it cost to get Kempe. Like,
Much cheaper.
like, why didn't you do that, Domo, and fix your fucking goaltending situation? You know? But anyway, I
I'll
don't
take
like
it.
the deal for Daltrey, and it's not because it's not a fair price, but I do know that there was another offer for a seventh and a ninth with a further pick difference, and I personally like that better when that pick that six is going to be a late six anyway. So I like the draft return that could have been in the other deal. And this is not anything against Corey's offer. Corey, this is a good offer, but I think Daltrey could have done more. And I think when the goaltending situation is so bad in the league, you could have demanded more and wait for your price. But good on you, Corey. This is a great price to pay for a starting goalie at the moment right now with the condition of the free agency for goaltending. And the trade market, really, there's no trade market for goaltending right now. So I think you got a good deal. I think Daltrey could have done more with it. Is just my thoughts on it. But good on you for getting that price. Like I said, you got him cheaper than it costs for Kempe.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah. Um, Dre making more moves here. A couple guys that he said were available for like a 12th. Forsberg, Wallstedt, and a 10th going to Dre. And RoboWolf getting Vetrano, Jackeye, and a 15th. Tell me about this one, Corey.
Yeah, he wanted Vetrano for a 10th, and then I think Jack High for a 17th. But I didn't have a 17th because I've traded so much already. And I had two extra goalies now that I had no use for with Bennington. So I was excited to get Vetrano and then just kind of threw in the other guy to save an ad drop for the week. And I think it was pretty good price, 10th or 15th. So went a little shopping after trading for some picks with Kempe.
What do you think, Kyle?
Um, yeah, it's a fair trade. Wallstedt really hasn't taken on. I mean, it hasn't really like been that difference maker that everybody kind of projected he was going to be. Forsberg. I mean, he's
They were my throwaway, so
yeah. So I mean,
Your backups, right?
yeah,
So,
there were that you didn't need them, so you got something for something you didn't need. So
yeah. Yeah, I don't mind the trade. It's a good trade. You picked up a player. It's tough for me to say what Vetrano's value is, but a 10th for 15th is not a huge deal. Like, you know,
yeah,
like,
puts
and
up some
plus,
grind.
and Jack Eye, like,
I've already dropped Jack guys,
I
so
saw that, but he was good for the week, and like you don't
well
need him.
he actually sat that next game, but it didn't matter because I would have been able to play a D man in replace of him anyways. So
So it didn't hurt you.
yeah. No, I did, but I could have used them.
Huh. Domo at it again. Moving Seneki and a 7th for Cooley and a 12th. Corey, what do you think of this one?
I like it for Dan. I think Kyle, whatever his name is a good player to acquire. He's a guy I'd probably want on my team, but I wouldn't want to pay a 7th for him, that's for sure. I think his market is probably like a 9-ish. But he is young. He's playing some big minutes in the Rangers. Um, so you never know. And I think Domo's happy to only have like a 5 round pick difference here.
I think he's
But
happy to got rid of his
yeah,
6, 7, and 8 already. Like, and what does he have to show for it? Kempe and Cooley. Like,
yeah.
and not even the better Cooley, in my opinion.
No, this one is the better one.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Like, this one will put up some grind, but he's not going to put the offensive numbers the other Cooley will pick up. Kyle, what do you think?
this one I think this one I more handily give to Dan.
Yes.
Because I really don't like this one. Just because like okay, Cooley is a good player. Like if I was making a hockey team, he's the kind of guy you'd want. He's young and he puts up numbers, but like at the same time, we're talking about a guy whose best is 45 points. He puts up, he hits. I'll give him that. He hits like a motherfucker. But he put up 300 hits last year. But I mean, are you going to pay us essentially a second round pick for a slightly better Keegan Colasar?
Do you have his points up from last year? I think he got like what,
Yeah.
20 points?
He had
20
he had four.
goals, 25 assists.
Yeah, he had
And
45
he's only
points.
23, so
It's not bad.
I do think he's going to get more exposure now with some of the guys moved out of the Rangers too. So like I think there is some fair upside there.
I think he's good. I think there is. I don't like because I mean, are you going to keep Cooley?
You might
Well,
have to now.
yeah, that's kind of
Because like that's the thing. Like if your goal is to keep him because you really do see the upside,
Then yeah,
then then maybe later on down the road this becomes a really great trade. But just based on right now, Beckett Seneca is a really good young player. You're trading another really young player, and just the pick difference is quite a big gap. And then who knows? Maybe in a month or so, we could all look stupid and Cooley's, in the Morris Richard race. Who knows? But like right now, I just think it's a bit of an overspend.
we'll see. We'll see what happens though. For Domo's sake, I'm gonna keep my thoughts on this one until we see how it pans out. I don't like the price right now, but like you said, it could turn out well. This one to me is not as bad. I just don't like that he moved to 6, 7, and 8 already, and doesn't have much really to show on his roster that would justify a 6, 7, and 8, in my opinion. We have less than a minute left, but there was a couple other deals. We'll talk about those. They're just small deals when we come back.
at Domo 7, ninth, and ninth left, then 12th.
We
So not a whole
acquired a
lot of
seven
pick
somewhere, right?
options there. Yeah, he did at some point for veg.